Hi, welcome back to VeloNews TV. I'm Neil Rogers. I'm joined today with Chuck Coyle and Curtis Gunn of the Successful Living Park pre-team. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chuck, you're a Boulder local, so I don't have to welcome you to Boulder. But Curtis, you live in Tucson, correct?
I do.
Yeah, so you just flew in today.
We did. Yeah, we flew in earlier today, just for come up here to partake of the holiday party for our sponsor and come do the interview here with you guys.
So you were a member of the Sea Silver team,
I was.
2005, that sort of morphed into the Successful Living team that you were on last year as well.
Yeah.
So you're sort of a veteran in the squad. Chuck, you're joining the team next year.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about what you see, sort of the team that you had in 06 and in the direction it's going in 07.
We had a sort of IC06 was as a growing year. You know, we kind of regrouped after we lost some really strong riders out of Sea Silver into Successful Living. But we had a pretty decent year. We were able to pull some wins off and have some good races. This year, I think the squad's going to be really solid. Everybody's strong, it seems. We've made some really good new hires. We've got two guys from Europe, Italy, Serbia, and one guy from Argentina. And we've added Chuck and Christian Valenzuela, and it's really sounds like a solid squad for next year.
And Chuck, tell us a little bit about what you were up to last year. I mean, I know that you were racing on the local Vitamin Cottage team, but maybe kind of tell people about that squad and what you were up to.
Yeah, I was with them for a few years. Really good group of guys. We were, I guess, one of the elite amateur teams. We had a sort of a core little group of us that traveled around and tried to get as many NRC races in as we could. 2 years ago, I was with Andy Bajadali, who so him and I were sort of a little hit squad traveling around. And so it's a great team, great squad.
And you're no stranger to the NRC circuit. I mean, just with Vitamin Cottage, but as well, you rode with the 7-Up team that sort of kind of turned into Health Net basically back in, was that 02?
Yeah, 2002. Yeah, I was with the 7-Up team. And then that's sort of folded and that's the team that reformed again into Health Net.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about a little bit about the team's objectives in 2007. I mean, it's pretty tough getting into some of the bigger stage races. I know Tour California is very competitive. Can you talk a bit about if that, or Georgia, or the NRC? I mean, is this a criterium team? Is this a stage racing team? What do you expect to see out of this team this year?
I think we're going to be good all around. The additions from overseas sounds like the Serbian's going to be a strong powerhouse guy. The guy from Argentina is a sprinter, won some stages in Baby Giro, won a bunch of races, and maybe be the next JJ Hayato. We'll see. We sure hope so. And the guy from Italy sounds like he's a good climber. They all came over with our sponsor, Gianluca. He brought them over with Nalini Clothes and brought them in to be part of the program.
Sort of feeder system. He's got his eyes and ears over in Europe, feeding into the team.
Yeah.
And so, as far as it sounds like we know who your sprinter's going to be. What about for a GC rider? Who do you guys see sort of going to when it comes to stage racing?
Well, I think we're probably going to rally around behind one of the Italian guys. He's I think 5'5", just a little waif of a guy. So he's going to be the climber. So we'll probably rally around him for. In the U.S., GC guy's got to be a good climber. So he's probably going to be our GC guy. And then, sprinting and powerhouse-wise, we're going to be fantastic. It's a really strong team, a lot of good closers, a lot of guys that can go all day and break. So I think we're going to have some just really good results.
We're just
really
going to put Chuck on the front all day and let him do all the work. We'll just clean up at the end.
Yep, it's fine by me.
That's nothing new.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Are there any races or are there any specific goals that the Successful Living sponsor has for you? So it's like, he's based in Colorado. The team's sort of got a hub in Southern California. Is there anything like, I'd like to see you do well at this event?
I don't think so much. I think especially now with there's so much press and cycling is becoming such a big sport now that no matter where you're racing, you're getting really good press from it. So it doesn't really matter if if you're winning locally, or even internationally,
Curtis, you talked a little bit about some of the new guys coming in. Maybe you could just give us a quick run through of some of the guys that are returning from last year. I know Daniel Ramsey is returning.
Right, we got Daniel Ramsey coming back, real strong powerhouse, good time trialer. Lexi Martinez, he was first year pro last year. Real young kid, but real fast. You got to watch out for him in the finishes.
How old is he?
21. I'm not sure. He's
Young.
He's young.
Okay.
Still under 23. He raced in Europe with the U23 program last season. Ryan Yee is coming back again from last year. So those are the 4 riders from last year's squad. And then we've added Christian Valenzuela, who came over from Onyx. And that's the full squad, 9 of us.
So this is sort of kind of like an early season get together. Everybody just kind of gets to know each other. We're going to the Christmas party tomorrow night. Will there be a team camp in January, and so where does it go from there?
Yeah, our team camp is January 12th. I think we're meeting on Borrego Springs for 10 days and going to spend 10 days out in the desert riding. Hopefully the weather will be good, nice and warm hopefully, and get some real good rides in and get to know each other on the bike.
Yeah. And any personal objectives for either of you next year? I mean, any one race or any one thing that you kind of targeted?
I don't know. I'd love to win another NRC race. Got to win one this year, and that was the highlight of my career. I'd like to do that again. Maybe go back to Reno again and win there, but I'll take anything I can get.
Yeah, Chuck?
I've been around for a while, so like obviously you're always happy to get any result, but for me, just I want team results, and I think with all the guys and all of us working together, I think everyone's capable of results, and it's good. It'll be good.
Yeah, well, we'll be looking for you guys out there. Appreciate the time. Thanks.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you.